What is up, guys? Evildoer here today, and today I have for you a video on Hongmoon skills, much requested by many viewers. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what they are, where to get them, and why they're useful. Pretty simple stuff, pretty much everything you need to know about Hongmoon skills. So, real quick though, I'm using a new editing software for this video, so we're going to see if it improves the quality at all, or if it helps eliminate some of the microphone popping that people have been complaining about. We'll see if it gets you some better quality. But anyway, let's get into the real video now. So what is a Hongmoon skill? Why is it useful? So the first little introductory bits here. Maybe you've been looking in faction chat or saw on some forums or Reddit or something that you need these things called Hongmoon skills if you're a newer player. If you're a more experienced player, you know what they are. But why are they useful? So if you open up the K menu on your character to open up the martial tome, you will see these sort of icons in the top left. So these icons in the top left are skills that have a Hongmoon ability for them. So if you hover over the icon, it brings up some green text on the skill description. So for example, you're seeing Moonshine, the base skill, and if I hover over the icon, it adds some green text. So the green text is what changes from the Hongmoon skill to the regular skill. So what are you gaining by having the Hongmoon skill? Once you already have a Hongmoon skill, you're not going to see that green text anymore. It won't show up. So there won't be any like indication that, oh, this is what I would have had if I didn't have it. You just have it at all times. So just warning you, once you click it, you won't be able to see that. But anyway, the Hongmoon skill, it shows you what it is, and some Hongmoon skills are a lot more useful than others. So you need to kind of weigh the options and weigh your order. And at the end of the video, I'll show you some resources to help you determine which skills you want to go for which order for your class. So that'll be at the end though. So that's what a Hongmoon skill is. That's what it does. It modifies one of your skills. It makes it more useful, more beneficial, either adds more damage or more survivability is what most of them do. So that is what a Hongmoon skill is, what it does. So how do you get these Hongmoon skills? What is the method for acquiring them? So if you open up your skills menu, or your achievement menu, I'm sorry, and go to character on the left and then skills, you will see this menu. And this menu has every single Hongmoon skill available to you, available to your character that is in the game, along with the items that you need to unlock it. So what I'm going to do for this part of the video is show you how to unlock every single one of these skills. So we're going to start off right at the top with the Chilling Flame Elixir to unlock your quick shot for the gunner or for your whatever class. A lot of classes, this is your right mouse button. Some other classes, this is your like 2. It's usually your main DPS skill is based off of this Chilling Flame Elixir. Not always the case, but for a majority of the time it is this Chilling Flame Elixir. So the Chilling Flame Elixir is one of the more expensive items to get in the game. And there's several ways to get it. So the first way to get it, and the main way to get it, is the PvE route. So in the PvE route, you need to combine 2 items. You need a Frozen Lamentation Stone, which is available from cold storage, and you also need an Asura Ember found in Sogin's Lament. So the Asura Ember is actually purchasable off of the market. So if I type in Asura Ember into the marketplace, you'll see whichever ones are available. Hopefully there are a few of them on the marketplace. Sometimes there's none. Yeah, okay, so we have quite a few. They're all actually a lot cheaper than usual. They're usually in the 500 gold range, so that's pretty nice. Wow, they dropped a lot. Anyway, that's a pretty low price point for these right now, so this is actually a good buying time for it. Anyway, so if I hover over the Asura Ember, you're going to see an item pop up in the top right here. So it says Finished Product Chilling Flame Elixir. First thing you need is Asura Ember. The second thing you need is a Frozen Lamentation Stone. So the Frozen Lamentation Stone is obtained from the Cold Storage Exchange Merchant. The Cold Storage Exchange Merchant sells it for 120 Frozen Orbs. Where is this Cold Storage Exchange Merchant? After you complete the first boss, a lady's going to walk out of the wall. And when she walks out of that wall, she's a merchant. She has the tag above her that says merchant. You go up to her, and you need to have the 120 frozen orbs in your inventory to be able to purchase it from her. If you don't have them and you try to leave the dungeon and come back in, you will be locked out. So after completing the boss, you need to make this purchase. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the next day. A frozen orb is awarded for completing the cold storage dungeon. So you get anywhere from 3 to 7 per day for running the dungeon. You need 120 of them. So it's a bit of a grind to get that item as well, but eventually you will get the item. So once you have both items in your inventory, all you do is click on either one of them, and it combines it to form a Chilling Flame Elixir. When you click on the Chilling Flame Elixir, it will unlock the skill. Make sure that the achievement pops up before you do any other actions on your character. So if you click the Chilling Flame Elixir, since it is a consumable, and you move or something and the accomplishment doesn't pop up, you will not get credit for the accomplishment, and you will have wasted the gold. It's a bug. It's been around for quite a while. I don't know that it's actually patched out yet, so make sure it's not worth risking that you get your accomplishment before you start walking and doing stuff with your character. Anyway, so that is the Chilling Flame Elixir. That is how you get it. That is where you get it. Just like that. It is a PvE item. Now, say you want to get it via PvP. You can actually do that as well. So we're going to head over to the PvP Exchange Merchants, the Zen Beans one. So if you participate in 1v1 or 3v3s, you can purchase these items called Pugless Tokens and Training Certificates. So, in exchange for the Pugless Tokens and Training Certificates, which have very high values, if I bring the menu over here because my screen was covering it, the Royal Zen Bean is at 5,000, nope, that's the wrong thing, Training Certificate, 5,000 Zen Beans, yeah, Zen Beans, and then the Pugless Token at 1,000. So, a lot of PvP you're going to need to do for this, because as you see at the bottom of the menu, there's a Chilling Flame Elixir available for 18 of the Training Certificates and 22 of the Pugless Tokens. So you're looking at a ton of PvP, but it is possible to go that route as well if you are interested in getting the Chilling Flame Elixir through PvP. So we're actually going to be back to this merchant in a little bit to go over the other skills, but that is the other way to go ahead and get a Chilling Flame Elixir. So those are your two ways to go ahead and pick up the Chilling Flame Elixir. So back to the skills menu to go on to the next one. Next on the list is your skill that requires you to eat an Ocean Life Force, Golden Honey, Evil Spirit Root, Deep Sea Kelp, Fog Mushroom, and the Hongmoon Palette. So, Ocean Life Force, Golden Honey, Evil Spirit Root, Deep Sea Kelp, and Fog Mushroom all drop from different bosses located down here. If you go to this map area here, we are in the Sky Petal Plains area. So Sky Petal Plains, if you click this little zoom in thing and you see all these little icons here that are filling up the map, these are the mobs that you need to kill. There's bears, there are the thrashers, there are the bulbari. Killing those mobs, each one has a chance to drop the item that you saw listed here. The Ocean Life Forest, Golden Honey, Evil Spirit Root, Deep Sea Kelp, and Fog Mushroom. Very small chance, probably the 1% range. So you're going to be killing a lot of mobs to get these drops. So they also do not drop Hongmoon Palette. It's obtained in a completely different way, which I'll show you again in a second. Now, if you don't want to farm those areas, if you're not feeling it, if you're not up to farming it, there is our good friend Kion, the Achievement Merchant. So she sells all of those items as well, except for the Hongmoon Palette, right here. Ocean Life Forest, Deep Sea Kelp, Golden Honey, Fog Mushroom. Let me drag it over here so you can see it. She sells all those items right there, as you can see. So, what's the downside on that? You need to have 1,250 achievement points. So I have an achievement point guide video up to 1,000 actually, but your last 250 you're going to have to get on your own. I haven't finished that. I apologize. It's not that hard. Just run some more dungeons and you'll get the achievements. But anyway, you need to have that many achievement points before you can purchase these items from her. So those are most of the items, but you still need this Hongmoon Palette. So how do you get a Hongmoon Palette? Hongmoon Palette, we're going to have to run back over to our PvP merchant. Because he has the Hongmoon Palette for the same exact methods we went before. So you need to do PvP to get the Pugless tokens and the training certificates. And then if you scroll down his list a little ways, you will see a Hongmoon Palette for 2 training certificates and 6 Pugless tokens. So that's a lot of PvP you're going to have to do to get that. But eventually you will get it, and that will unlock your skill. So that is how you get the Hongmoon Palette like that. Another way to get it is through clan crafting. So in clans, there's this thing called a crafting depot. You can go ahead and craft a Hongmoon Palette for your whole clan, and then at that point you need to decide who's allowed to get the Hongmoon Palette. It costs a ton of materials to do it. It is very expensive, so you'd like to have the people that are getting it pay for it and not just be gifted it. So those are the ways to get the Hongmoon Palette, and actually it might be available from the Battlegrounds Exchange Merchant too. I've never actually checked. Yes, it is available from the Battleground Exchange Merchant as well for 2 of their Whirlwind tokens and 15 Braveries. It's more expensive because Bravery is just a cheaper purchase. It's only 400 instead of 1,000 tokens. So you can also actually pick up the Chilling Flame Elixir from here as well for the same sort of exchange process. So if you prefer to do Battlegrounds, you can do the Chilling Flame Elixir through that route as well. Okay, so that is our second skill, done and dusted on how to get. Next, we have the item that is the Royal Zen Bean. Royal Zen Bean, super easy purchase. It's just right here for the merchant. Royal Zen Bean, 5,000. This is the only way to get it. Also, I might as well point out while I'm on the point, if you open up your inventory and you are a premium member, you can buy all of these items from the Dragon Express for reduced costs from what I'm showing you here. So if you scroll down to the premium membership tab, the second tab, Hongmoon Palette, all of the extra secret techniques, all of the offals, all of everything that we're going to go over in this video can be purchased from the premium tab for a reduced cost. if you wanted to go that route as well if you're a premium member. But it is the same idea of exchanging these tokens and farming the tokens. Anyway, that is the second skill. So third one, Royal Zenbean, already covered that. Standoff, Retrieved Secret Technique 1. So Hongmoon Secret Technique 1 is picked up from your friend Keon, the exchange merchant over here. She sells it for, well, first of all, you need to have 1,450 achievement points. And then she sells it for 300 Retrieved Secret Techniques. You get these as a random drop from completing daily dungeons. So as you complete more dungeons, you will get more of these, and you'll be able to exchange it by the time you get to the 1,450 mark pretty confidently. So that is one way to get it. Next way to get it is through your Battlegrounds or Zenbean trader over there. They also have it available for sale. As you can see right here, Secret Technique 1 is purchasable right here for Black Rose Feathers, as well as the currency is there, and then you've also got it on your Zenbean trader. So just like Technique 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all very, very similar methods. So you'll see here, retrieve selector Technique 4, receive 3, retrieve 2, and is all the similar way to 1. Although Keon, the achievement merchant lady over here, she does not sell the books there. You have to buy them from the Battleground traders here. So you can purchase them from the Battleground traders 2, 3, and 4 for Bravery and Whirlwind tokens, or from him for Pugless tokens and the other item that's escaping my mind, training certificate. Training certificates from him for 2, 3, and 4, as you see right here on the menu. So those are the other ways to get the other 3 skills, so your 2, 3, and 4 retrieve techniques. Another way to get these books is you can pick up Volume 2 through the Marketplace. So if you type in Volume 2 into the Marketplace, you're going to see it pop up right here. So Volume 2, Chapter 1 can be farmed from different dungeons. So Volume 2, Chapter 1 comes from the Avalanche Den boss. Volume 2, Chapter 2 comes from the Awakened Necropolis. So you need to farm those 2 dungeons, get the 2 items, and then you can put it together to form the actual skill book. So you see Volume 2, Chapter 1, Volume 2, Chapter 2. Put them together, you'll get the whole Volume 2 book. Volume 3 is actually another similar sort of idea here. So Volume 3, and there's actually none in the Marketplace, but I can go ahead and explain it verbally. So Volume 3 is purchased, one part is purchased from the exchange merchant located in Mushin's Tower. So Mushin's Tower is over here on your map. Just zoom out, Mushin's Hall. The merchant that is right here, Kangcha, her, she is the one that has the skill book in it. It is exchanged for Mushin's tokens, Naxxon tokens, I believe, 60-something of them, to go ahead and purchase it from her. So that is Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is acquired from the Sundered Nexus. So Sundered Nexus has a chance to drop Chapter 2 of Volume 3. You put the 2 together to get the book. It has a very low drop rate, and Sundered Nexus is one of the worst dungeons to farm. It takes forever. But if it does drop, it is worth a lot of money since there are none on the Marketplace right now. So if you did want to farm it for some money, that'd be a good one to go if you could solo the dungeon. And finally, the only other way to get Volume 4, in addition to purchasing from the Battleground Merchant, Zenbean Merchant, or your Dragon Express, is via farming the Acromore boss of Naryu Foundry. Has a chance to drop the item. Very low chance, once again, of dropping it, so not really something to really farm. But if you need to get it, that is your only way of picking it up, because there are none on the Marketplace right now, at least on the NA version. So those are all the Hongmoon secret techniques. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've only got one left, I do believe. Only one left I'm missing, which is the Awful of Silence, Luminance, and Darkness. So those 3 items can all be purchased once again from these coin exchange merchants. I'm sure you've seen it. Over here on their menus, you see Awful of Silence, Darkness, and Luminance. They can be purchased from there. Awful of Darkness will drop from a boss as well, though. So Awful of Silence and Darkness, as you can see on the Marketplace, are listed right there. So let's do Awful of Silence first, since it's first. Awful of Silence drops from the Shattered Mass. It says hard, but it has a chance to drop from the normal mode that everybody can do now. Very, very low drop rate, as indicated by its incredibly high price tag. You'd be farming this dungeon a lot if you wanted to go ahead and farm for it, or you could just spend your money on it to buy it from the Marketplace. Awful of Darkness as well, same story, except it falls from Gloomdraw's Incursion. It is also running at the 360 gold mark on NA right now, so very expensive item. So those are tradable, though, so you can go ahead and trade for these items, or farm the dungeons. So the Awful of Luminance is only obtainable from Twisted Grimhorn Wilds. So if you've ever run Twisted Grimhorn Wilds, you've actually been there in the story if you've completed the story. Twisted Grimhorn Wilds is located in the Viridian Coast. You need to go to Jadestone Village, except I don't want to fast travel there right now. Jadestone Village, and then you have to walk through the teleporter, which is located right here on the map, to get into the Twisted Grimhorn Wilds. How to get this item without farming for it is you have to go ahead and pick up these keys. These keys drop from the bosses. The bosses spawn at different phases of mob killing. So every 100 big mobs that are killed there, a boss spawns. You need to get a treasure room key and a golden treasure chest key. Once you get both of those, you enter the treasure room. Inside the treasure room, there's a golden chest at the end. You open the golden chest with the golden treasure key, and it has a chance to contain an awful of luminance. I've only done this twice, and both times I've gotten the awful of luminance, so I could just be very lucky, or it could have a very high drop rate. I don't know which is the case. As far as the other way to get it is through picking up twisted orbs. There we go. Plus the 100 gold will go ahead and buy you a awful of luminance from the merchant inside of there. So that is the other way to pick up an awful of luminance. So anyway, guys, that is basically the video. If you're wondering which order to get your Hongmoon skills in, I have to recommend the website Blade and Soul Academy. They have a whole subsection on their play page that tells you the exact order to pick up all of your Hongmoon skills in, how good they are for PvE versus PvP. I really can't do a better job than they've already done on their website, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. I'll put the link to it in the description below. And yeah, so anyway, guys, I hope you found this video useful. I hope it gives you an idea of where to go to get the stuff, how to purchase it, all that good stuff that you were wondering before you watched the video. If you did like it, make sure you leave a like, and I will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.